I was really looking forward to that. Oh well, never mind, eh? Okay, so just come out of seeing Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. What did I think? Had a few problems with it. Well, basically the storyline was a bit too packed for my liking. Okay, so basic story premise: Miles Morales, this young kid, gets bitten by a radioactive spider, Spider-Man style, as you would expect. And it dawns on him that he realises he's not the only Spider-Man. There's other Spider-Men, Spider-Women, Spider things, which come through these like parallel universe, because like this vortex thing has been opened up. But I think it was Kingpin, wasn't it? Kingpin? In order to try and get his family back. Yeah, so what was the problem? Right. The story was a bit, as I say, packed for my liking. It's too much happening here, too much happening there. The look of it was nice. It was very comic book, as if you'd plucked it out of a comic book. And sometimes it would have like little bubbles here, bubbles there, you know, with a bit of dialogue on. So that was very nicely done. The animation was very choppy. I know it's this kind of style animation. It's not like a Pixar movie or that kind of thing. But I found the animation very choppy and a bit distracting. Even when it came to things like doors closing, the door would go like that. It wouldn't go like that, if you know what I mean. And when someone turned their head, it was like it was mechanical. If anybody's watching this review, they're going to have a right old laugh. But yes, so that was very actually distracting. And it kind of threw away my kind of engrossment in the movie. Also, it was overly dark. I don't know if it was something to do with the 3D. To be perfectly honest, the 3D didn't really do anything. I was expecting this film to be absolutely spectacular 3D, but other than maybe 2 or 3 scenes, nothing pop out. I didn't even notice that it was 3D. I could have been sitting there without the glasses off. And the only notice that I got, the only kind of like, was the snow. It was when the snow was falling. Yeah, so I'm very not impressed with the 3D. It could have been a lot better. And as I say, for the dark scenes, there were actually really dark scenes that sometimes it was really difficult to make out what was going on. It's like nearly the entire screen was like blanketed in darkness, and it's kind of like shadows, and you're trying to work out what's happening over there. So yeah, so there were a lot of very dark scenes. Also, these multiple parallel universes with these characters, I can understand there'll be another Spider-Man. And one of the very nice touches was Spider Noir, played by, well, voiced by rather, Nicolas Cage, very well. So that's one of the highlights of the film. Kind of reminded me of, like, do you remember the film The Spirit and Sin City? There was also Gwen Stacy, which that was a pretty good character. And then we get to the two that I have a problem with. All of a sudden, we've got a Japanese anime character, which is so far removed from this film. In fact, it's like a character from a completely different film. I don't know why they put this character in this film, but didn't really add anything to the story. It's just a bit distracting. And as for Spider Pig, Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. Why? Yeah, no, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel it. I didn't get that. I didn't get that one bit. Anyway, some of the action sequences were quite good. As I say, there's a lot going on in the film. There's a lot of explosions, and when things do happen in the film, they're happening from every single angle, and it's hard to pinpoint what's happening where. It's just overly saturated. So I don't know if it's the editing or if it's just the animation style. Yeah. And also they try to inject some humour, whether it be one-liners or sort of like trying to get some little catchphrases in there, but that kind of fell flat. I must admit, for the entire film, I didn't laugh once, or didn't even think that I wanted to laugh. Maybe I'm just getting old and getting cranky, but no, I didn't find any of it humorous. It kind of like felt forced. It kind of like felt forced humour, and there were a lot of blank moments. You know, like maybe after something funny was said, or some character interaction was going on, and then there was like a deadly silence, and I kind of just felt like, okay, now what? Yeah, so to be perfectly honest, I did feel myself kind of like drifting away through the film. I must admit, the last 20 minutes was better than most of the rest of the film, but that first hour, I kind of was a little bit bored. Yeah. The nicest touch, obviously, was bloody the Stan Lee cameo. That was a nice little touch, but it's not what I was expecting. I was expecting something really big and grand, and I know someone's going to stick down in the comments, "Oh, you're mad, it's the best animated movie of all time." But we like what we like, and we don't like what we don't like, and if I'm an old fuddy-duddy, then so be it. But yes, hey, it's coming from the bloke that thinks M. Night Shyamalan's Lady in the Water is bloody awesome. That's not saying much, is it? Yeah, it's just how I feel. It's just how I felt with the film. But as I say, that's me. We all like different things. So yeah, as I say, I don't think the 3D added much to it. So when it comes out on home release, I'd probably just pick up the 4K. I'm sure the 4K would be a lot better with the colours, because you'd get the the HDR, and hopefully I could probably maybe get into it again. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my review of Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. I know a lot of people have said it's the best Spider-Man movie ever. If that's your preference, then so be it. You know, you might prefer that. I wouldn't say that. In fact, I haven't done like a countdown of my top Spider-Man films, but yeah, I wouldn't say it was the best one. But so far as a review's concerned, well, first of all, I'm going to give two reviews. The first review is 3D. The use of 3D, the way that it captured you, brought you into the film. 1 out of 10. Yeah, the 3D was just barely non-existent. So I'm very disappointed in the 3D, especially when we come off things like Avatar and Titanic and oh, no, you can't see me. And there are a lot more well done 3D movies out there. So yeah, unfortunately 1 out of 10. And this was a film I had high hopes for in 3D. The film itself, I'm gonna rate, and I know I'm probably gonna get moaned at, but I'm gonna rate it 4 out of 10. Yeah. 4 out of 10 I think is generous. From how I feel about the film and the way that it affected me. Yeah. Or didn't affect me. Anyway, so yes, I hope you enjoyed my little review, my little picking review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Give the video a thumbs up. Stick down in the comments if you liked it, if you went to see it, how you rank it in your Spider-Man universe. And I can expect some comments to say you're off your bloody head, it was the best film ever. So I'm preparing myself for the onslaught. But it's just how I feel. Yeah. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everyone.